What if I told you that investors threw away over $20 billion on the most ridiculous inventions you've ever seen? We're talking about a $700 machine that squeezes juice packets you could crush with your bare hands, a streaming service that only worked vertically and lasted 6 months, and a company that raised nearly $1 billion for fake blood tests that never worked. Today I'm counting down 39 inventions that somehow convinced smart people to write massive checks. And by the end of this video, you'll either be laughing or crying at how much money got flushed down the drain. Let's dive in. Number 1. Juicero. $120 million for a $700 Wi-Fi connected juicer that squeezed proprietary $8 juice packs. You could squeeze them by hand. The machine was essentially a $700 press that could only work with specific juice packets. The company collapsed when Bloomberg discovered you could squeeze the packets by hand and get the same result. Number 2. Google Glass. $1.5 billion invested in augmented reality glasses that made you look like a cyborg and invaded privacy. Google's attempt at wearable AR launched in 2014 for $1,500. Users were nicknamed glassholes due to privacy concerns about secret recording. Number 3. Segway. $100+ million for a revolutionary two-wheeled scooter that was supposed to transform cities, but became a tourist novelty. Dean Kamen claimed it would revolutionize transportation and that cities would be redesigned around it. It became mainly used by mall cops and tourists. Number 4. Theranos. $945 million for fake blood testing technology that never actually worked. Elizabeth Holmes claimed her company could run hundreds of tests from a single drop of blood. The technology never worked, and Holmes was convicted of fraud and sentenced to 11 years in prison. Number 5. Magic Leap. $2.6 billion for mixed reality headsets that were basically expensive, clunky AR glasses. Promised revolutionary mixed reality experiences with whales jumping out of gym floors in promotional videos. The actual product was a bulky headset that cost $2,300 and delivered underwhelming AR experiences. Number 6. Quibi. $1.75 billion for a streaming service exclusively for vertical phone videos that lasted 6 months. Founded by Hollywood veterans, it offered premium short-form content designed only for mobile phones. Launched during COVID when people were home watching TV, not commuting. Number 7. Color Labs. $41 million for a photo-sharing app that nobody understood or wanted to use. Raised massive funding before even launching based on the team's credentials. The app was supposed to automatically organize photos taken by people in the same location, but it was confusing and served no clear purpose. Number 8. Clinkle. $30 million for a mobile payment app that took 2 years to launch and immediately failed. Stanford student Lucas Duplant raised record seed funding for a payment app that was supposed to revolutionize how college students pay for things. After 2 years of secrecy, it launched as a basic payment app that nobody used. Number 9. YoApp. $2.5 million for unmanned convenience store boxes that were just fancy vending machines. 2 ex-Google employees created smart stores that were essentially large vending machines with cameras and sensors. The name was tone deaf, and the product offered no real advantage over existing vending machines. Number 10. Bodega. $1.5 million for an app that only sent the word yo to contacts created as a joke. The app literally only sent yo notifications to friends. Despite its simplicity, it briefly became viral and attracted serious investment. Number 11. Diet Bet. Millions invested in betting money on your own weight loss, basically gambling on dieting. Users bet money on achieving weight loss goals within a time frame. Critics argued it promoted unhealthy relationships with weight loss and essentially turned self-improvement into gambling. Number 12. Soylent. $74.5 million for a beige liquid meal replacement that made people sick. Rob Reinhart created a nutritionally complete liquid meal to replace all food. Early versions caused digestive issues, and the food bars were recalled for making people violently ill. Number 13. Hampton Creek's Just Mayo. $220 million for plant-based mayo that wasn't actually mayo and faced FDA issues. The FDA said they couldn't call it mayo without eggs. The company faced scandals, including allegedly buying their own products to inflate sales numbers. Number 14. Coolest Cooler. $13 million Kickstarter for a cooler with a blender that never shipped properly. Promised a cooler with built-in blender, Bluetooth speaker, USB charger, and LED lights. Faced massive production delays, cost overruns, and quality issues. Number 15. Teforia. $17 million for a $1,300 tea brewing machine that used proprietary tea pods, claimed to brew perfect tea using specific temperature and timing for different tea types. The machine was essentially a very expensive Keurig for tea. Number 16. Raw water. Millions invested in selling unfiltered, untreated water at premium prices. Entrepreneurs sold live water that was unfiltered and untreated, claiming it was healthier than processed water. Health experts warned it could contain harmful bacteria and parasites. Number 17. Mahler Skycar. $100 million plus over decades for a flying car that never flew commercially. Paul Moeller spent over 40 years and $100 million plus developing personal flying vehicles. Despite numerous prototypes and promises, never achieved practical flight or commercial viability. Number 18. Better Place. $850 million for electric car battery swapping stations that nobody used. Shay Agassi's plan to solve electric vehicle adoption through battery swapping stations instead of charging. Built expensive infrastructure, but car manufacturers didn't adopt the standardized batteries needed. Number 19. Faraday Future. $2 billion for electric cars that barely exist and constantly face production issues. Founded by Chinese billionaire Jie Yueting, promised to compete with Tesla. Faced constant financial troubles, executive departures, and production delays. Number 20. Hyperloop One. $400+ million for vacuum tube transportation that remains mostly theoretical, based on Elon Musk's concept for high-speed transportation through vacuum tubes. Built test tracks, but the technology faces enormous engineering and cost challenges. Number 21. Boosted Board. $60 million plus for electric skateboards that caught fire and went bankrupt. Created premium electric skateboards popular with tech workers and influencers. Faced battery recall issues due to fire risks and high manufacturing costs. Number 22. Rent the Runway. $337 million for renting designer clothes, which actually succeeded, making it dumb they needed so much funding. Allows women to rent designer dresses and accessories for special occasions. While the business model eventually worked, it required massive upfront investment in inventory and logistics. Number 23. Nasty Gal. $65 million for fast fashion that went bankrupt due to poor management. Sophia Amoruso built an eBay vintage clothing business into a fast fashion empire. Despite massive growth, poor inventory management and workplace culture issues led to bankruptcy. Number 24. Fab.com. $336 million for a design marketplace that pivoted multiple times and failed. Started as a gay social network, pivoted to flash sales of design products, then tried to become a general marketplace. Constantly changing business models confused customers and investors. Number 25. Gilt Group. $286 million for flash sales of luxury goods that sold for a fraction of investment, offered limited time sales of luxury fashion and lifestyle products. The flash sale model required massive inventory investments and had high customer acquisition costs. Number 26. Jawbone. $930 million for fitness trackers that constantly broke and had terrible battery life. Pioneer in wearable fitness tracking with stylish designs and celebrity endorsements. However, products suffered from poor build quality and frequent breakdowns. Number 27. Pebble. $43 million for smartwatches that were made obsolete by Apple Watch. Early smartwatch pioneer with successful Kickstarter campaigns. The black and white display and limited functionality couldn't compete when Apple entered the market. Number 28. Fitbit Ionic. Part of $66 million in development for fitness trackers that caused skin rashes, Fitbit's attempt at a more advanced fitness tracker with GPS and music storage. However, the device caused severe skin rashes and burns in some users. Number 29. 23andMe. $786 million for genetic testing that the FDA initially banned for health claims offered direct-to-consumer genetic testing with health risk assessments. The FDA shut down their health reporting in 2013, saying the tests weren't proven accurate for medical decisions. Number 30. Clubhouse. $310 million for audio-only social networking that became irrelevant after COVID. Audio-only social app that exploded during COVID lockdowns when people craved social interaction. However, as lockdowns ended and competitors added audio features, usage plummeted dramatically. Number 31. Be Real. $90 million for a social app that forces simultaneous photo sharing. Novelty wore off quickly. App that prompts users to simultaneously take front and back camera photos at random times daily. The novelty wore off quickly, and the forced spontaneity became annoying. Number 32. Vine. $30 million acquisition by Twitter for 6-second videos, then shut it down. Twitter bought the 6-second video app before it launched, but failed to monetize it effectively. Despite creating internet culture, Twitter shut it down in 2016. Number 33. Google+. $585 million invested in a social network to compete with Facebook that nobody used Google's attempt to compete with Facebook by forcing integration with all Google services. Despite having Gmail's massive user base, people resented being forced to use it. Number 34. Path. $57.5 million for a private social network, limited to 50 friends, positioned as an intimate alternative to Facebook's public sharing, limiting users to 50 connections. The artificial limit felt restrictive and couldn't achieve the network effects needed for social platforms. Number 35. Pets.com. $300 million for selling pet supplies online with a sock puppet mascot during the dot-com bubble. Became the poster child for dot-com excess, with expensive Super Bowl ads featuring a sock puppet mascot. Sold products below cost while spending massive amounts on marketing. Number 36. Weban. $1.2 billion for online grocery delivery in 1999. Too early for the market. Ambitious plan to revolutionize grocery shopping with same-day delivery from automated warehouses. Built expensive infrastructure before proving demand existed. Number 37. Cosmo.com. $280 million for 1-hour delivery of anything, which was unsustainable. Promised to deliver anything within an hour in major cities. The unit economics never worked. Delivery costs exceeded revenue per order. Number 38. eToys. $166 million for online toy sales that couldn't compete with Amazon online toy retailer that went public during the dot-com boom. Briefly worth more than Toys R Us. However, couldn't compete with Amazon's scale and efficiency. Number 39. Boo.com. $188 million for online fashion retail. With a website so complex, it crashed most computers' European fashion e-commerce site with an overly complex website featuring 3D models and animations that crashed on most computers in 2000. Spent massive amounts on marketing while the site barely functioned. And there you have it, over $20 billion in investor money that basically got set on fire for ideas that ranged from questionable to completely insane. The craziest part? Some of these same investors are probably funding the next ridiculous invention as we speak. What's the dumbest product you've ever seen get funding? Drop it in the comments below, and if you want to see more videos about business failures that'll make you question everything, smash that subscribe button, because trust me, there are plenty more where these came from. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.